Today at Just On Talk we'll be looking at the VW Up.
Hi, welcome to Just On Talk, and today we're going to be looking at the lovely Up. Thanks very much there to the boy for the introduction. VW Up 2012, it's the mighty 1 litre 3-cylinder 75 brake horsepower on tap. Is it worth your time as a first time buyer or indeed as a second vehicle for the family? Without any further ado, let's whiz around it and show you some of the tricks inside and some of the exterior as well. Let's crack on. So the VW Up came into production at the end of 2011 alongside the Skoda Citigo, alongside the Seat Me. Both made in the same factory from what I've read online. However, the difference is this big beautiful VW badge. There's definitely no doubt at all that this is a Volkswagen. It's absolutely huge. It would look big on a transporter, but on the VW Up it's really noticeable. On the front, while I'm here, it's got a nice low spoiler, fog lights on this particular model. This is the high up model, of which there's 3. It's the Take Up, and I think the other one is Move Up, which is the middle of the range. This is the high up. It's got electrics inside, it's got heated seats, but I'll take you into that in a moment, along with alloy wheels. Under the engine then, we've got a 1 litre 3-cylinder, as I said earlier. They come in different specs. The basic one is the 60 brake horsepower. There's a 75 brake horsepower one. It then went up to a TSI engine. From memory, it was about 100 brake horsepower, and then all of a sudden VW gave it a burst of enthusiasm, a little bit of character. They put a GTI badge on it and 115 brake horsepower in a car that weighs less than a ton. It's not a particularly fast model, even in the GTI from what I can gather, and in this it's just adequate, but nice, reliable engine, and I'll show you that now. Okay then, so under the hood, everything's nice and easy to get to. The battery's easily accessible, washer fluid, coolant, and over this side, come on, we've got the oil filler, and again the dipstick. Everything's really nice and simple to get to. Air intake boxes there as well. Also, access to the headlights for the bulbs is really simple. The connectors are here, nice, straightforward, no faffing about. Fitted to the car then, like I said earlier, alloy wheels. It's got 185 50/16s. These ordinarily are silver. They've been sprayed black, again with the centre hub. I really think it suits this car, along with these indicators. Cheap they were, off of eBay. They cost a whole £9, and they've got the digital sides, as you can see here, really nice. Moving further on up the car then, I replaced the red wing mirrors with these lovely black ones. Again, 50 quid off eBay. Let's give it a bit more of a GTI look. Years ago, we all wanted colour schemed mirrors. Now we're going the other way, but I think it sets it off, along with the stripe, the Go Faster stripe. I shouldn't have done that, look how dirty it looks. The Go Faster stripe, fitted myself along with one of my friends, a whole £16, and I think it really does set the car off. So on this vehicle as well, it's had wind deflectors fitted, and along with, and it's worthy of note, on the eye up, it's got darkened glass at the back. While I'm here, fit a sunroof. The reason being is doing a lot of mountain biking with my son, and it was a bit of a struggle getting 2 bikes in the back. Oddly, you can get 2 mountain bikes in the back of that with both wheels off, but gets the car dirty. You'll see in a moment. I've got white interior, so fit a roof rack, cost a whole 220 quid. It does clip onto the frame, it's onto the car itself, as you can see here. It's got rubbers on each side, so hopefully we're not going to have any damage, fingers crossed. While I'm here, I'll just talk about the fuel cap. That is open and locked on the ignition. However, these are one of them pain in the arse. I know Citroens have got them as well, where they lock in and out. I just leave mine open, keeps it nice and simple, saves me messing around at the petrol station. And then from the back then, has to be said, I think it's quite a handsome looking car. The newer models, they've got different kind of lenses on. The geeks out there will know the difference. The general public, it always looks the same. The models change very little over the years. The boot itself, nice, easy, press button to open mechanism. And as you can see inside, it's got a nice top shelf on it, no string though, which is really annoying when you leave it up and you're in the car park because you can't see anything behind you. So within the boot then, you can see it's quite deep. Just there, it's got like a pretend floor on it. You can see with them bits there, it sits on there, it gives you like 2 levels. I don't really bother with it. Since I've stopped putting mountain bikes in the back, I don't really have a need for it. But as you can see, it's got a nice, useful, decent sized boot, easy access as well. Okay then, so looking into the interior, you can see we've got the passenger electric window mechanism there, and it's actually got really useful deep door pockets. Go really decent size bottle of water into there. It's really deep. It's simple, it's functional, it's classy. I agree, I think it is. You've got a single cup holder down here, somewhere for you to put your glasses, glove box that's okay. This is for your entertainment centre. They call it entertainment, really it's just a sat nav with a few connections to how far your car is doing miles per gallon wise and how you're driving. It's a bit gimmicky, I don't really use it. The stereo's nice, decent. Sound system on this is just okay. Nothing really to write home about, but yeah, it's nice and functional in the front. And say looks classic. While I'm here, I'll talk about the back. Access to the seats themselves, then you can flick it down on the side there. There's another cup holder, and oddly, and well done to the Germans, they've even added them there in the back for your passengers. So again, 3 cup holders moving into the rear, well done, and actually not that bad for space. Okay then, so seating in the back, you can see it's quite spacious, but what I'll do is I'll give you a demonstration with this one pushed all the way back. Small children fine. Tom's now 13, 14, 5'4", and to be fair, it's plenty of space. You'll notice though, this one's only got 4 seats, not the 5. Do us a favour, ting that notification bell. With the seat all pushed back then, really, it's a bit too much. But you don't really need to ride with it like that, do you? Let's be honest. Look at that stupid shelf stuck up in the air. Told you. Within the car then, also, these move around, directional. Controls for here, nice, simple to get to, and really quite classy looking steering wheel. I know the newer models, you've got controls on here. This has got none of that, but it is lovely, glossy. Looking at the speedo and such like, it's nice, simple, easy to read. Nothing really special, it does a job. And say from this side of things, it's a good looking motor. I certainly think so anyway. In view to the front is exceptional, really good view. The pillars quite thick, but they're not intrusive, and I must admit it's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure to drive. Wing mirrors serve a purpose as well. Some cars more useful than others, but they're nice, decent size, no problems at all looking behind you. While I'm here though, look, no, nothing for your sunglasses anywhere, and I know a lot of VWs you get that, but not in the Up. Certainly not in this model. Okay then, so to summarise this vehicle, what it's like to live with day to day. Tax is 20 quid a year. Running cost between 55, 65 miles per gallon. Really, I don't thrash it anywhere. I'm only doing 6 miles to work each way. Most of the time I'm cycling. If I'm not cycling, I'll go in this. 4 up with a family, eldest is 18, Mrs sat in passenger seat, Tom the cameraman sat in the rear. It can feel like it's struggling, even with a 75 brake horsepower model, so you do have to work it. Again though, the car only weighs 900 and something kilo, so it's not too bad when it comes to what the actual weight is. But it's a good drive. The suspension can be a bit wallowy when you go around corners. You do notice bumps on it, even with them tyres on it, and it's not got bad size treads on it. I say the wall is a decent size. And the steering, it feels okay. It is quite noisy sometimes when you're giving it some welly with it being a 3-cylinder, but when you get on the motorway, you can sit at 70 mile an hour. It's sat under 3,500 revs. Oddly, when you're in 5th gear on the motorway, it's really quite quiet. So it is a good actual motorway runner. Town car, not bad at all. Nice and easy to park. Like I've shown you, good visibility. See through the rear as well. Really quite sweet. So all in all, do I like it? Yeah, it's a good car. Will I be keeping it? Probably not. They never stay for long with me, do they? But for now, it fits the sort of bill. First time buyer, absolutely perfect car. It's your first car, 18, 19 years old, to get around in. Looks good, sounds okay for the sound system inside if you're into your music, and it's nice, it's going to be reliable. Your cheaper options, as I spoke of earlier, is the Skoda or the Seat, but if you want the creme de la creme, go to the VW. So that's it for Just Tom Talk. If you've got any queries, questions, drop them in the box below. You know the drill. You also know that these aren't the bestly edited. Are they the best videos? No, but you keep coming back, so thank you. Right, I better wrap this up. Apparently I've got to go and buy some fish and chips for my lad.
Make sure you hit the notification bell for more updates on the lovely cars and bikes.